Cut your hair, they said. It'll be fun, they said. I look like Kurt Cobain. Still look like Kurt Cobain. Hey you guys, it's Steph and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm coming at you with a brand new full face of first impressions. I feel like it's been so long since I did one of these videos, probably because it has been a pretty long time since I did one of these videos. Huh. I am so stoked to be filming today's video because I have so many products that I've just been dying to try out for the longest time. Also very exciting because I have actually teamed up with Glossybox for a portion of today's video. I've got their January box right next to me, so I'm just going to be dipping into some of those products and trying them out, letting you guys know my thoughts. So if you guys aren't familiar with Glossybox, which I'm sure a lot of you already are, Glossybox is basically a beauty subscription box that costs £10 a month. You can buy it as either a 1, 3, 6 or 12 month subscription depending on what you want to do. So obviously the longer subscription you buy, the cheaper it will generally work out. But each box contains over £50 worth of products. This one though in particular, I believe it's over £100. I think it might even be like £110 or something. So you're always kind of guaranteed to get your money's worth and then some. As always, Glossybox have hooked me up with a discount code for you guys to give you 40% off your first box. So obviously normally you would pay £10 for your first box, but now if you use the code STEPH40, you get 40% off, meaning it is £6. Boom. The box that I have today is their January Glossy box, which has unfortunately sold out, but 4 words. In the next box, Huda Beauty Lip Liners. Oh yeah. That's the only sneak peek I've got for their February box, but I mean, those lip liners by themselves, I think they cost like £15 or £16, so use the STEPH40 discount code, get your box for £6 and you're already kind of saving yourself a tenner. So like I said, this is a January Glossy box and I have a few ideas as to what's inside just from like having a little sneak peek of this card here. But as you can see, I haven't looked inside at all. The seal is still on. I just ripped open the ribbon and thought, you know what? No, I'm going to do this on camera. So let's have a little look. So the first thing I pulled out from Maybelline is their Dream Blender Foundation Blending Sponge. Now, I remember when this was released, and I did look at it because I thought it does kind of look like a beauty blender. Mine's obviously very, very dirty and disgusting, but looks like a little teeny tiny beauty blender. So I've always been very, very interested in this. This, by the way, is worth $4.99. Okay, it's very soft. Do I wet it? What do I do with this? Apparently use it dry. Okay, I'll be giving that a go in a minute. It feels very, very squidgy though. I just kind of like squidging it, so that's cool. Next up we have Batiste. I don't even want to think about the amount of cans of dry shampoo I've gone through in my lifetime. I love this stuff. Best dry shampoo ever. So this is the Invisible Formula Dry Shampoo and Hydrate for hair that's normal or dry. Hello. Definitely dry. Okay, I'm gonna give this a little spray. I've not tried this one in particular before, the whole like dry shampoo and hydrate. It smells good. It kind of smells like a perfume I once had. All right, so I need to inject some life into this hair of mine. Volume. Check out that volume, ladies. Like what you see? There we go. Got a little bit of texture back in there now. So the next thing, like I said, is from Hask. It's the Bamboo Oil Strengthening Deep Conditioner. Well, I definitely need that as well. So this retails for £2.49 per mask. And you get a lot. Like you could probably use this, especially with my hair now. I could probably get like 3 or 4 uses out of this or something. So that's cool. I know you're not supposed to use it like this, but I'm going to take a tiny little amount and I'm going to just put it in the ends. Just a little tiny bit. Okay, definitely going to be giving that a try the next time I wash my hair. We then have the 417 Redefine Facial Micro Loofah Foaming Gel. Is it Loofah Foaming Gel or Loofah? I feel like it's Loofah. This says, natural loofah beads, dislodge impurities and dead skin cells. Okay, so it's like a exfoliating cleanser. That sounds like right up my street. Ooh, that's nice and scrubby. Okay, yeah, that's definitely something I think I'll probably like. Doesn't really have much of a smell to it, just kind of smells clean. And this is a deluxe mini. That's a pretty big size for a mini. And it is worth £13.31 for the mini. The full size is £22.71. Then next we have the Avant Shea Butter Hyaluronic Vitamin B3 Seawater Sweet Almond Age. I feel like this isn't the name. This is the Deluxe Hyaluronic Acid Vivifying. Is it Vivifying? Face and Eye Night Cream. And this is, let me look. This is £98. Again, no real smell in particular. Just smells kind of clean and fresh. I'm going to whack this headband on. Okay, so let's start off with this. I'm just going to take, I guess, like a pea-sized amount. Massage that into my skin. Okay, cool. That sunk in really, really quickly. It hasn't left like an oily residue or something, but my skin does feel hydrated and moisturized. So yeah, that feels pretty good. I will continue to use that. All right, so that is everything that you get in the January box. Like I said, Huda Beauty lip liner in the February box. And obviously, like I said, if you guys did want to get 40% off your first box, then you can use the code STEPH40 to get 40% off, which means £6 a box. But enough about all that. Now, let's get some makeup on this face, because boy, oh boy, do I need it right now. All right, so first of all, we're going to be going straight in with primer now that my moisturizer has settled down a little bit. So what I'm going to be using today is the First Light Priming Filter from Becca. I feel like I used to hit everyone like rage about this maybe like a year or two ago. Put some of that on the back of my hand. Oh my god, it is bright purple. That's not just the color of the bottle, it's actually purple. Put some of that on. Okay, it doesn't look purple. That's good. That's very good. I mean, I guess I am looking a little bit more glowy. My skin definitely doesn't look any worse, which is a plus. All right, so now I'm going to go in with a foundation that I have had for the longest time, but I've just never really had a chance to kind of try it out. So this is the Touche Eclat All-in-One Glow Foundation from YSL. Mine is in the shade B50. What I'm going to do is take my Morphe blending brush and I'm going to pop that on my skin on one side. And then I'm going to use that little Maybelline thing on the other side as well. Just see how it kind of compares. So we'll use this side with the brush. Looks like a pretty good colour. I saw some of you laughing at me for the blindfolded makeup challenge, saying that I pick my foundation colour better blindfolded than I do with my eyes open. I see that shade. I agree with the shade. You're not wrong. But I see it. Oh, hello. Oh, this looks very good. Right off the bat, I haven't even blended it all in yet, but I'm like, okay, that looks really good. That actually has more coverage than what I thought it was going to have. I thought it was going to be basically like a BB cream, which is why I've not really used it. And I've had it in my drawer for, I want to say like 4 or 5 months. And now I'm kind of regretting all of my life choices because this actually looks stunning. Super glowy. It's got enough coverage. Like, it's evened out my skin tone. But like, look at that. My skin's doing pretty good at the moment as well. But it's just evened it out and made me look hella healthy. All right, so now I'm going to take some of this on the Maybelline puff thingy. Like so. So I'm just going to dot this like around my face to start off with. And I guess just kind of like use it as a beauty blender. I feel like it's maybe a little bit small for like my entire face. But maybe it'll work for like under my eyes or something. I feel like that's maybe what you're supposed to use it for more so than anything else. Yeah, I don't necessarily love it for my, like, the bulk of my face. It blends everything out fine. It just takes a little bit longer than my brush did. But I like it for under my eyes and stuff. Like, yeah, you can see on that side, it has given me a little bit more coverage, like, right underneath my eye. Not going to lie, I was a little bit nervous because I thought I was going to hate this. But I quite like it for under my eye. It's a little bit fiddly for, like, the bulk of my face. But around, like, my inner corner, because obviously I've got my nails, so I can't normally get right into my inner corner or anything. This works very, very well. So next, move on to concealer. So what I have here is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I have never tried this. I have seen a lot of people rave about it, but I've never tried it for myself. So let's give this a go. The shade I have, by the way, is light neutral. I feel like that's the colour that I use for my all-nighter concealer. I'm going to go just down the side of my face. Little smile lines, chinny chin chin. So first I'm just going to blend that in with the brush again. A little bit light for maybe like the bulk of my face, but I feel like it'll be good for under my eyes. Blend it out very, very quickly. I've got to give it that. Ooh, and it's made me look very like highlighted under my eyes. Okay, so there's that under eye done with the brush. So now I'm going to blend it in with this guy again. Okay, yeah, that's giving me loads more coverage under my eyes. Yeah, I actually quite like that for under my eyes. Didn't think I would be a fan of it, but it ain't bad. And as for the concealer, I kind of get the hype. Like, it blended out so quickly. It was really kind of weightless. It looks glowy, has coverage. I rate it. So next up is another one of those products that I've been dying to try out for the longest time. This is the NYX Away We Glow Liquid Booster. So I believe I have like every single other color, and I have done for a while, ever since I was in the Face Awards. But this color in particular was like always sold out, and they ended up sending it to me like, Steph, it's finally here. Because I remember saying to them how much I wanted to try it. It's like this super kind of champagne-y shade. So it just looks like that. Oh yeah, baby. So I'm going to take some of that and just drop it on my cheeks. Oh, I can blend it out with my little sponge friend. I'm going to use my brush for this side again. I like this little comparison we've got going on. Just kind of pat that in. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, worth the wait. Worth the wait, my friends. That's cool. So this was in the shade Glazed Donuts. All right, I'm now going to do the same thing on this side. And just kind of pat that in with that sponge. I feel like this is going to be just insanely pigmented. Oh my god. Again, like, it's so seamless, but it's so blinding. Good job, NYX. This might actually be like one of my new fave liquid highlighters. All right, so now we have a brand new powder from Revolution. This is their translucent baking powder. They sent over a bunch of different colors. They have like banana, they have one called lace. I think they have like a slightly darker one as well or something. And they also have banana light. So I have banana light and translucent here. Okay, so I'm just gonna take the translucent one, I think. I'm just gonna pat that powder under my eyes to start off with. That looks all right. Looks a tiny bit dry. And there is a little bit of creasing already, but it looks okay. So now I'm gonna take this guy and I'm gonna see if I can bake with this thing. A lot of you guys will know I'm not the biggest fan of baking. I just find it makes me very kind of like concretey. And then just to be fair, I'm just going to go back over what I did just to kind of bake my under eye a little bit more on this side just with a brush. Looks alright like on my forehead where I've got like no movement because I get Botox, so I don't really get any like lines on my forehead or anything anyway. But like under my eyes, for example, there are a few little creases and they do seem a bit more enhanced now than what they were before. Yeah, bit dry. Don't hate it, but just not the biggest fan. Alright, so next up, we're going to do a little bit of contouring and bronzing. Slim my face down a little bit. So this is the Give Me Some Sun Obsession palette. So just open this up. I believe they had like, I want to say maybe like 4 of these. But this is like the bronzy one. Oh, hello. Packaging looks nice. Looks very MAC. So inside you have 4 different shades. They are magnetic and removable, which I like. I like just having that option. So we've got one shimmer, one kind of cool tone shade, what looks to be like a baked shade as well, and we've also got a more warm tone shade. So first of all, I'm just going to go in with Buff, just on an angled brush, and just pop that right in my cheeks, just to kind of sculpt me out a little bit. Hello, cheekbones. Oh, I like this for contouring. It's like cool tone, but not like crazy grey toned. Still got enough warmth to it so I don't look like I'm dying. Then I'm going to take my blank canvas brush and I'm going to go in with the shade Raise, which is like the warm tone bronzer. And just pop that right above where I put my contour. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I like that. Maybe went a little bit heavy handed with the warm tone shade. And I definitely have a cat hair up my nose. But yeah, I like how that looks. So now is something that I have literally had and swatched for so long. I've swatched it on my fingers multiple times, but I've never actually put it on my face. I have tried the Huda Beauty Winter Solstice palette before. This one here is the Golden Sands. And come to think of it, I actually got the Winter Solstice palette in the Glossybox advent calendar. It was like the final day. Very, very cool. But this one, like color-wise, is just taking my fancy. So the one that I'm like falling in love with here is called Seashells. Ugh, yes. Okay, swatch there. Yes, ma'am. And then we also have like the cream thing here, which, I mean, the cream thing doesn't really interest me as much. I guess it does actually, to be honest. It actually does look quite nice. I'm going to take some of that on my finger and I'm going to do it on this side. I know I've already got loads of highlighter on my face anyway, but that's fine. Can always add more. Okay, I'm actually glad I did that because that actually looks popping. All right, so now Luxe Powder Fusion Brush. I'm going to go in with Seychelles. Tap off the excess. And we're going to see what all the fuss is about, you know? We're going to see what all this friggin' fuss is about. Okay, for a second then, I was like, it's nice. but like I've had more blinding highlighters, and I have had more blinding highlighters. I have had like more metallic, literally like just metallic highlighters. But now the way I'm looking at this on my skin, yeah, there's like no cast to it from what I can see. Blends out like a boss, like the little blend there, love. And I mean, it's pretty intense. So that's it, obviously, without the powder on top. Looks very nice. Maybe looks ever so slightly a little bit more textured. You can kind of see almost like a little bit like pixelation on my cheeks there. But this is just like wet. Okay, let's take some more of that. Very big fan of this, I have to say. Take a little dab. Sorry. Little dab on the end of my nose. Yeah, I am definitely a fan of this, which is good because I also went and picked up the pink sands as well, even though I hadn't tried the other one. But now I'm excited to try that one too. All right, so next up, I'm going to go ahead and use the Revolution Hyaluronic Fix Hydrating and Plumping Makeup Fixing Spray. I have heard a lot about this. This was quite widely raved about, I want to say a few months ago, kind of when it first launched. Let's see what the spray's like. Smells. Again, it smells a bit like a doctor's surgery. I don't know what it is about the Revolution sprays. They don't smell awful, but it just smells very kind of clinical. I love it when it says on like the back of a bottle or something, just do like 4 sprays in a crisscross motion. And I'm like, 40 sprays here, 40 sprays here, 40 sprays on my chin. Okay, now we got some glow back in our skin. Not that like the 27 layers of highlights didn't already give me a glow, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, it's definitely looking a bit better, and I'm looking hella glowy on like my glowy areas, but it's still looking dry like under my eyes, around my nose, around my mouth, basically anywhere with like corners, lines, anywhere that shows any kind of expression. That's where it kind of looks a little bit dry and slightly cakey. So I think I like the spray. I'm just not sure I'm in love with the powder. All right, so next up, it's time to sort out these brows of mine. So what I have is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. It's called the 24-Hour Invisible Shaping and Setting Gel for Brows. I think this is the one that I've heard a lot about. Apparently this like sticks your brows down like nothing else. And I'm like fully in the market for something that fully glues my brows down, because my hairs, like, I always find that my brow hairs just like do this throughout the day, and they're so long, I trim them, but they're still just so long. Like, this just kind of like, it's like a fringe. My eyebrow's got its own little fringe, so I need something that just like sticks them down. I've been dying to try this out for so long because I love everything else from Benefit Brow Wise. And so then, while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and use the Lottie London Arch Rival Microblade Effect brow thing. This one is in the shade Ebony. And I'll try and do a close-up or something. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. But like, it's got kind of like 4 little nibs almost. So it gives a kind of, let's see, hair-like stroke. There we go. That's actually not too bad. So what I'm going to do is just kind of fill in my brows like that. You guys know I like to kind of like straighten off the front of my brows to kind of make them look a little bit more tidy. But sometimes they can look a little bit blocky if you do that, like by actually doing a straight line. So this seems like a good kind of meet me halfway sort of situation. It's a little bit more tricky, like doing it up here, just because it's like, I don't know, you kind of need to angle it a certain way to make it look like the actual hairs. Otherwise, if you get it wrong, it just kind of just looks like a big thick nib. Oh, this brow gel is like glue, which is a good thing. Okay, this stuff is not moving. Okay, nah, that's cool. I rate that a lot. I would definitely recommend you do it before you put any kind of like brow gel or powder or anything like that in your brows, because it can kind of clog up the nib ever so slightly. You do need to kind of like brush it off like in between if you do get product in it. But that's actually made my brows look pretty sick. All right, so next we move on to eyes. So for that, I have the Violet Voss Taupe Notch palette, which is just, as you can imagine, a whole load of browns and taupes. I want to do something super cool tone, but still like brown and smoky today. So thought I'd finally give this palette a go. But yeah, I'm going to go in with Bestest here, just with a fluffy brush. And I'm going to work that in my crease. Okay, that blended out so easily. I'm then going to take the same brush and I'm going to go in with the shade First Class, which is this one here. It's a little bit deeper and a little bit more cool toned. And I'm going to just tap that on the outer corner and kind of bring it into the crease as well. Honestly, I think cool tones are like the thing for 2019. I feel like warm tones have had their time. They were great, but now I'm so over warm tone palettes. So now I'm going to go in with this taupe shade down here with another fluffy brush. It's again a little bit deeper, but more cool toned. And I'm just going to kind of focus that on the lid and like in the center and outer corner. So I'm not really putting that on the inner corner at all. So far, by the way, zero fallout. Nothing, not even from this taupe colour. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with the shade Extra, just this one down here. It's probably like the most warm toned out the palette, I guess. And I'm just going to stamp that on my lower lash line. Not really blend it out just yet, just kind of stamp it. And I'm just going to kind of wing that out. Just take, again, whatever's kind of left on that brush and just wing it. Alright, so now I'm going to take that same brush that I used for my lower lash line and I'm going to take some more of taupe for a minute. I don't want to mess around with too many shimmers today, but I know I need to kind of like at least use one just to see what it's like. So now I'm going to take this little pencil brush and I'm going to go in with shade number 1. I'm actually going to highlight my brow bone with that. See what it's like first. Oh yeah. Alright, so then I feel like I need to put something on here, like shimmer wise. Kind of thinking prime. This one's Ace. It's a little bit more kind of like purpley. And all I'm going to do is take that on a flat brush. I'm just going to kind of shade that onto the lid. Really kind of like grungy. I feel like this palette could have maybe done with like a black or something. Just because I would have really liked a black right on the outer corner. But it's cool. It's cool. Okay, so that's all on the lid. Going to go back in with that brush that I've been using. Again, like nothing on it. Just whatever's kind of left over. Yeah, boy. This palette, I mean, if you like your cool tones and your neutrals, the quality is really, really nice. I really, really dig these shadows. Obviously, it's not going to be like, you're not going to get the most variation out of this palette. I felt like it could have maybe been a little bit more varied, like mix up the colours a little bit. You can still have some taupes, but just something different. But for like an everyday palette that you will just go back to and back to and back to over and over again, whether you're using it for like an everyday look or a night look, I like it a lot. So next up for mascara, I have this guy, which is the L'Oreal Paris Unlimited Mascara. You may have seen me feature this before in a haul. It's like, it's bendy, it's so you can get right in the lashes. I've never tried it. All I know is that it's got a little bendy one. Look at this. Whee! So let's give this a go. Okay, bend it. Okay, plastic wand. This feels weird. Okay, I'm gonna try and use it how they want me to use it. I'm just going to wiggle that in my lashes. Give that a wiggle right at the base. Oh, hello. That suddenly gave me a crap ton of volume. That is a very good mascara. L'Oreal always do really good mascaras. Like, one of my favourite mascaras of all time is their Lash Paradise. So yeah, it seems like it's another good mascara from L'Oreal. Alright, now I feel like we can take this thing off. Wow. So last but not least, we move on to lips. So to go with my eyes, I wanted to do a super cool tone brown lip as well. So what I have for that is one of the Renaissance lip liners from Revolution. Tried these, just not tried this colour before. And then I have one of the L'Oreal Ultra Matte Liquid Lipsticks. It's like the chocolate ones that I thought could look nice. And then to maybe go over the top, we'll see how I'm feeling once it's on. This is the incredible Double Shot Day lip gloss. I might actually do a lip gloss today, so we're going to use them. I think this is like a brownie lip liner. It's either brown or it's like purple. Okay, I think it's brown. Hey, it's brown. So like I said, I've tried this before, just not tried this colour. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with this chocolate liquid lipstick thing that actually smells like chocolate. I don't know if I love it. The actual smell of like fake chocolate kind of gets me... I don't know, it makes me feel a bit weird, but I keep smelling it, so I guess I can't hate it that much. Okay, that's actually a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be. Okay, that lip liner does not go with that liquid lipstick. Yeah, this was just like one of my standard nude lip liners I would really be into. I'm going to go over the top with this guy, which actually, not being funny, That looks like a pretty spot on color, to be honest. So let's just like go over the top. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the color I wanted. That is the exact color I wanted. And it's actually not too glossy as well. It's like a nice gloss. That is my kind of gloss. All right, guys, you all know what's about to come. I'm going to go ahead and go off camera and apply some lashes because I don't have any new lashes today to try out. So I'm just going to chuck on kind of whatever I find in my drawer next to me. Also going to sort out my hair. Also going to change out this hoodie. Probably should have done that before I put loads of makeup on my face. And I will check back with you for my final thoughts. All right, guys, so this is the finished look. I just went ahead and added some Doll Beauty Jasmine lashes to my eyeballs. So just kind of waiting for them to set a little bit. I actually love how this turned out. I know it's like kind of boring, but I also feel like it's kind of not because it's so cool tone and I've got these like intense brows. I got this banging highlighter. I don't know, I'm just really feeling it. Overall, I think most things were actually a pretty big thumbs up, but the only things I wasn't really too keen on was the powder. It was fine, I didn't hate it, but I wasn't like overly in love with it. Was that it? I mean, if I'm being really picky, this primer was like, it was nice, but I know Becca's not like the most affordable brand in the world. And I don't know, I don't feel like my skin necessarily looks overly different. It was nice. Is it worth the money? If you want to spend that money, then yes. But is it like outstanding in comparison to other primers that I've used? Not really, but I do like it. I don't know. Don't forget, like I said at the start of the video, I do have a 40% discount code for Glossybox that gets you 40% off your first box, making it just £6. So if you did want to check out that February box with the Huda lip liner, I'll leave the details and all of Glossybox's socials and everything like that down below. So now I'm actually going to run because it is currently 8 minutes past midnight on the 15th of January, which if you don't know, is my birthday. So I have officially been 26 for 8 minutes. So I'm now going to go into my fridge and crack open a bottle of Prosecco because why the hell not? It's my birthday, and on my birthday, we drink Prosecco. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a big thumbs up because that really does help me out a lot. And also subscribe if you don't want to see more of me because I upload all the damn time and because it's my birthday. Not sure if I mentioned that. But apart from that, that is it from me. I love you guys and I will see you in the next one. Bye.